Hello and welcome to day 49. Wow, we're at 49 already. One more day and we'll hit that halfway point of the Assassin's Creed Marathon on our march to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Today we're going to be playing sequence 6 of Assassin's Creed 4. We're going to talk a little bit about the merchant that we met at the beginning of the game, Stede Bonnet. And, well, what has happened up to this point? We are Edward Kenway. Well, actually, we are a animus researcher who is reliving the life of Edward Kenway, whose genetic data we got from Desmond Miles, a deceased Desmond Miles, by the way. And Kenway is looking for a man by the name of Roberts, who is a sage, essentially a reincarnated man that we need to get into what is called the observatory. Kenway wants to get the observatory so he can sell it, be rich beyond his wildest dreams, go home to England to live with his beautiful wife, Caroline. It's essentially where we're at. So let's fast travel here to Nassau and see where it goes from here.
Another?
A rum flip this time.
And where'd I find fresh eggs in this wretched town? There's little else but piss and insects.
Aye, we're working on that.
Dear lady, what do they call you?
And when they're sober, a jilt when they're sauced, but never lady.
Well, good lad. Bag of shite! Do you hear me? It's a bag of bloody shite!
It's a ruse to keep us soft before they attack Nassau. You'll see, mark me.
It's no ruse, Fiend. I heard it straight from the mouth of a greasy Bermudan captain. There's a pardon on offer for any pirate that wants it.
Ruse or no, I think it's plain the British may return to Nassau, with arms, no doubt. We'll need a plan.
Walk with us, Kenway. There's trouble brewing.
Isn't there always trouble being good? Wish there was a fast walk deal like Ezio had
In the absence of any clear
Revelations.
ideas, I say we lay low. No piracies and no violence. Do nothing to ruffle the king's feathers for now.
Preserving the king's plumage is no concern of mine, Ben.
It will be when he sends his soldiers to scrub this island clean of our residue. Look around you, man. Is this cesspool worth dying for?
Aye! It's our republic! Our idea! A free land for free men, remember? So maybe it's filthy to look at. But ain't it still an idea worth fighting for?
I can't be sure. But when I look on the fruits of our years of labor, all I see is sickness, idleness, idiocy.
Not a sunbeam of difference between here and London, then, eh?
Thatch is right, man. But taking a wide view, we're not doing so bad out here. There's sun, rum, and leisure as far as the eye can see.
Aye, Nassau may look fine from a distance, but at its core, there's a disease I cannot stomach.
Sickness can be cured, Ben. If only you have the right medicine.
But a corpse cannot be reanimated.
I can't believe the shite I'm hearing drop from your lips. Why not take the pardon now, and be done with it?
Peace, both of you. We can satisfy both aims if we work together. Find medicines to ease our burdens here, but in a way that don't attract the British.
I wager the nearest doctor is sitting pretty in Havana. not a place I mean to go.
The Spanish fleet that sunk 2 years back would have some medicine. All sealed up in glass vials.
You'd need a diving bell to reach those depths.
Aye, and with some coin and a few supplies, a diving bell won't be hard to come by.
This is a plan I can stand behind. Find medicines without stirring up trouble. Agreed, Thatch?
Agreed. Aye. I'll meet you near the wrecks as soon as you're able, Kenway.
Remember, Thatch, keep your cannons port.
Piss off, man!
We done? I don't have enough gold. Alright, I guess we'll sell what cargo we have then. Hopefully that'll come up with
Something I
a
can
little
help you
over
with?
600 reales. Sell cargo. Sugar, 300. Sorry about that. 225, is that enough? Or am I short? I'm short 30 reales. Alright, I guess I'll steal it.
My thanks.
30 reales.
164. If we kill the first
14. 16 to go. How much do you have?
carry the one. That's
Need 6. Look, this guy standing here. You look like you got 6 reales on you.
I've modeled 39 and 7.
Thank you.
Can I help you?
Typical pirate, right? 6 reales to my name. Florida, Bahamas, Cuba, Jamaica, Yucatan, Port-au-Prince. I don't remember the Saint Dominique.
Excellent. Good day.
So. Let's get in our ship. Here we go. So we're going to talk about Stede while we sail, because I found he is actually for a side character in Assassin's Creed. Any of you guys got metal? No. For a side character in Assassin's Creed, like not even really a side character. I guess he's a background character. He's got a historic pedigree. Stede Bonnet was born in 1688 to wealthy landowners, English landowners in Barbados. I feel like I have a sneeze coming. Bonnet would inherit his father's 400 acres upon his death in 1694. In a book titled The General History of Pirates, Charles Johnson wrote that Bonnet was driven to piracy by his wife Mary, by her naggings and quote-unquote discomforts found in a married state. Sorry, mate, you just married the wrong woman. If it turns you to a ship to just go out and murder people and not want to be home. Alright, so in the spring of 1717, which would be, let's see, this is January 1717, so not too much longer after this, he would contract a local shipyard to build a 60-ton sloop, which he would equip with 10 guns and name it the Revenge. So, I think we first met Stede in 1715 in the game lore, so he had the Revenge at that point. That's what we were sailing. So they changed the dates around a little bit. Ooh, what we got over here? We got a fight going. But it's got nothing on it. So it's pointless. So with a crew of about 70 men, he would rely on his quartermaster and other officers. That would be Blackbeard. Oh, they actually got his actual. They actually copied his actual flag up there. Cool. He would rely on his quartermaster and other officers for their knowledge of sailing, and as a result, he wouldn't be highly respected among the crew. Even though he would kind of buck traditions. What Stede would do is pay his men a wage instead of sharing of loot.
Devil in his hole, Thatch. This is a darling galley. 32 guns, is it?
I lost count at 40.
You've stepped up a rung. So, any luck finding medicines here?
Nothing round this spot, sadly. But there's a few wrecks yonder that ain't been scoured by nothing but crabs and coral.
I'll have a look.
Edward? Edward, is that you? My goodness, the West Indies is a compact place.
Hello, Bonnet. A surprise seeing you out here?
I met Mr. Thatcher a month or so ago, and he offered to take me under his yardarms, so to speak. Says I must wash the hayseed from my hair before I'm a true pirate.
Well, good luck to you then. Worst men have become better under Blackbeard's watch.
And that's why we're talking about Stede Bonnet in this sequence.
Unfurl mains, let's move! Man your stairs, trim too!
So his first cruise would take him to the coast of Virginia, where he would capture and plunder 4 vessels and burn a Barbadian ship, the Barbadian ship Turbet, just to keep news from him turning pirate, secret from his home island. I don't like this mission because there's sharks in it, and you have to hide from the sharks, and it's difficult to hide from the sharks. And I'm sure it's going to be much harder with me talking about Stede Bonnet. I almost want to go, what was our last bit about Stede? Try not to touch the jellyfish. That is where the medicines actually are. So we're gonna save that until we get in here and loot this one. Should give us our last loot. There we go. Alright, so after plundering multiple ships up and down the eastern sea coast of North America, he would, again we're talking about Stede Bonnet, he would set course for Nassau on September 1717. Down, there we go. While there, he would increase his sloop to 12 guns. This would also be where Bonnet would meet both Benjamin Hornigold and Edward Thatch, also known as Blackbeard. Alright, so let's run through this cave, and we'll take a second once we get to this air pocket. We'll take a moment, and then we'll catch up with our good old buddy Stede. Stede would give command of the Revenge to Blackbeard after injuries he sustained fighting a Spanish man-of-war, but he would remain guest of Blackbeard. At the end of September, they'd sail north to Delaware Bay, and from September to November, they would plunder at least 15 ships. November 17th, along with another pirate ship, they would face off against the Concord, which was a 200-ton ship. After capturing the vessel, Blackbeard would take it as his own and name it the Queen Anne's Revenge. In March of 1718, barrel right there. All right. Oh no, we're gonna wait to talk about March 1718 after we get through the shark-infested waters. This is going to stink. Lot of money in that one. There's 1,000 reales. Wow, I might actually make it without. I made it. Holy crud. That's a shock. That is a pain. Usually I don't make it.
I found one crate hidden beneath a school of sharks. Sadly, the elixir inside is quite spoilt.
Plague and perish. Will we steal medicines now?
Remember the pardon, Thatch. We're to be subtle.
Says Ornigold, a pirate, now too proud to call himself one.
He prefers caution to cannons.
Caution's nothing without charisma. Or if a man plays the fool, then it's only fools he'll persuade, but appear to be the devil. And all men will submit.
And would you be the devil?
For an audience. Aye. All a big show. Give your quarry something to fear. Some hellish thing from a fever dream. And men will drop to their knees, pleading for their lord before all else.
Oh God.
looks fine.
Of course it does. You can find a quiet way to acquire medicines. Tell me soon. Otherwise, I'll handle it myself.
I think he made Bonnet piss himself. So, after taking the Queen Anne's revenge in March of 1718, after separating from Blackbeard, Bonnet would encounter a 400-ton merchant vessel, Protestant Caesar, off the coast of Honduras. Ship would escape him and frustrate Bonnet's crew to the point that the next time he encountered Blackbeard, his crew would desert him.
Loose tops and royals!
I don't understand why there was anything on that brig. In the spring of 1718, Bonnet and Blackbeard would accept pardons from Governor Charles Eden under King George's Act of Grace on the condition they'd renounce piracy forever. Agreeing, Bonnet would get a chance, would get clearance to take the Revenge to St. Thomas and by a letter of marque, and privateer against Spanish shipping. After his supplies were stolen by Blackbeard, Bonnet would never get the chance to receive his letter of marque. So, but he would return to piracy as he needed a way to feed and pay his crew. Sailing to Delaware Bay and pillaging 11 vessels. And on August 1st, 1718, he would capture 2 sloops and would partake. Let's get through this real quick, and then we'll talk about what he did. That guy just swimming out there, dead, mate. I was not as head on as that. 7 crew were washed overboard. Unfortunate. Sailing to Delaware Bay and pillaging 11 vessels. Oh, we should be fine. Storm should ease up. Shouldn't get any more rogue waves by the time we get to our mission. September 1st, 1718, he would capture 2 sloops and actually would partake in dividing the loot between the crew. This is the only known time that he would do this. September 27th, 1718, after repairing his ship, he would set sail into Colonel William Rhett. The engagement would become known as the Battle of Cape Fear River, and Rhett would arrest Bonnet and his crew and return to Charlestown on October 3rd. Stede would escape on October 24th, resulting in the governor putting out a 700-pound bounty on him. He would fight on Sullivan's Island and returned again by Colonel Rhett. November 10th, 1718, Bonnet was brought to trial before Sir Nicholas Trott and formally charged with 2 counts of piracy. While defending himself, Bonnet would be found guilty. 2 days later, he would be sentenced to death, and the gentleman pirate, as he was known, would be hanged on December 10th, 1718. So, he's only got like 2 years to live after this, doesn't he? The way he's portrayed, it does not look like he's that good of a pirate. But considering the way Blackbeard treated him, I see why they did it this way. Just make it so he wasn't as, I guess, stupid as he appeared to be. He was just naive and not knowing what's going on. Sugar.
Her cheeks were wet, her eyes did weep. Lowlands away. She came to me at my bedside.
Want wood.
Lowlands away, John, all dressed in white, like some fair bride.
The schooner's quick.
And bravely in her bosom fair. Lowlands
That's the first time I've ever seen a ship drive into a reef like that on its own. Oh, that's hilarious. Benjamin, what are you doing out here? So, I I don't think they ever come out and say it, but in my headcanon, you get the list of the ships and the name and that because of Edward's eagle vision, his sight.
What the hell's happened here? Were you attacked? Other way round. It were Blackbeard who struck first. Opened fire on a British man-o'-war, the pillock.
What in God's name for?
Still searching for medicines, but he's gone barmy if you ask me.
I'll bring him home.
Leave him, man. He's heaped this trouble on himself.
Close down! Tank some wind!
Well, I wish the Royal James had more than rum and sugar in it. That one. I'm taking the Furious. Probably a bad idea because there's 2 ships here. But we're gonna go for it.
Batten yourselves!
We're ready, sir!
Nope.
Vulnerable there, Captain! Fire!
These guys definitely fill the cannons quicker than Connor's men. That's for sure.
Take the shot! Yes, a good shot to cripple her! Fire!
Yo, heave ho! Heave! Heave!
Actually, you know what? Let's do something weird. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, I was gonna hit him with berserk darts. What about the captain? I gotta get up there and get that flag.
You're in my sight, sweetheart!
Oh, helps fight the right button, right? Wow. Don't ask. No idea. That should have by rights killed me. Didn't realize I didn't have my swords out, that I had my hidden blades out. Oops. We're gonna repair the jackdaw. What do you think we're gonna do? We got another ship to fight.
Ship coming after us,
Open those ships, because that other one's gonna come in too.
English. Seems to be alone, sir.
Oh, we don't have any more mortars. Ashnagate.
Fire! She's vulnerable there, Captain.
Bring the frigate! Royal Navy, Captain! More sail!
Ready to fire!
More sail! All sail! Hold tight, here they come!
Captain, a well-placed shot there!
Bring them in for a steely kiss!
Take the swing rope. I didn't see him coming. There's an achievement for like stringing together 4 kills with just pistols. So getting in the middle of the deck and then quick shooting the pistol. Great way of doing it.
Move! Fire! Loose and
Let's catch some wind, lads. Awaiting orders!
fire! Fire! Ready to fight!
Be lucky if that got through.
Fire! To that flight grapple, sir!
Every last
Come on, get me
scrap
there.
of duck on the wind. Pull them in with a will.
Didn't expect us to turn the ship around that way, but I'll take it. I'm really tired of taking their flags. It's already sinking. Alright. Not dealing with you. Goodbye. Awkward.
Hold out! Keep them back!
Cut it down! Let us go find Blackbeard.
We're going to hit them!
I can see you.
Tops, gallants, royals.
What are you? What do you have? There you are. Wood and metal. Frigate? We can take a frigate. It's out of its comfort zone.
Fire!
Goodbye, Mr. Frigate. Yeah, metal.
Beat the quarters!
Whoa!
Raise!
On your mark, Cabin!
Fire!
Weakest right there, Cabin!
Fire!
Ready to fire, sir!
Douse the royals and tops.
Trim off the
Captain,
window!
there's a wreck yonder. Looks recent.
I see it. Let's hope Thatch hasn't come to the same end.
I think I just bounced off that island.
Fall!
I'm the Odyssey trap!
Drag them to their doom.
Cool, this one's actually shouldn't be too bad. Kill crew and then kill the enemy officers. Yeah, what I need to see.
Do not let them board us!
Yeah, that was just a horrible I just feel bad for that one. Pretty sure my man just shot. At least I'm pretty sure he shot me. Alright, let's go meet Thatch.
We ride the wind, for all she's worth.
Another bit of wreckage, Captain. This is looking grim.
Aye. Keep your eyes peeled. Blast. This is getting well out of hand.
A dozen crates of medicine should not be so hard to come by.
That ain't my meaning. It's Thatch and Hornigold and this pointless feud of theirs. Can't you feel it?
I do, aye. But both men have their hearts in a good place. Both want the best for the people of Nassau.
But is that the best course for us? Saving a city that ain't worth much. We're not men made to govern. We take, spend, and live heartily wherever we go.
What solution would you propose?
The answer's in wealth, power, not politics. We found the observatory. We'd see enough money to buy the whole empire. Or it might be, we'd lord over these kings and emperors like they was peasants themselves.
A lot of large talk, Captain. But is it your crew you sail for, or yourself?
I mean the best for these men, Ade, I do. But this don't sit right. I feel like I'm running errands, not living my life.
Really? Drop off is horrid.
Take the fight to them!
Not sure what that was either. Really? Sword through his face. Right in here. You got a lot of metal. I'm gonna take them because I need it.
Here they come! Loose oil and trim sharp to the wind! To larboard, sir! Cast away! Adrift in the road! Fire! We must tread lightly! Ease off the wind! Douse those gallants! Hold! Fire! Hold! Batten yourselves! Ready to fire, Captain! Fire! Fire! Captain Lancer, I'm there, she's scorrel! Fire! Ready to fire, Captain! That's where the most fire! Pull them down to hell, lads!
I can't believe I sailed into that sandbar.
We'll bathe in your blood! No quarter! Hack them all to bits!
Wish I could, probably get on a boat. Wish I could have, followed the boarding lines. I don't have any health. Oh, Edward. The health is slowly, very slowly coming back. Oh, live. Prepare my ship, sir.
We have looked. That wind's no small gale, sir.
Shipwreck survivor!
If I can avoid that one, I will.
Enemy making for us, sir!
Over here
Red!
somewhere.
Colours are English! They're all alone! Shorten sail! Get off the squall!
Reef the foremen!
Ship coming after
The wind's
us!
picking up
Sugar.
nasty. Some wreck's cargo adrift here.
Loose all! Let's move!
Last man cleaves the bilge!
Look, I don't want to kill you, but I will.
Brace yourselves!
This gale's got teeth, Captain.
Douse the gallants and royals!
Reef the mains! Clew up gallants!
Crowd it all on!
Here it comes! Steady, lads! I know she's a good sailor! Now prove it, my trumps!
Oh, that's British ship. Ooh.
We must be getting close, Captain.
Fire!
Hey!
On your mark, come in! Fire!
That's one.
We're ready,
Fire!
sir!
Race for impact! Should we board her, sir?
We're going to hit
We're
them!
gonna head!
We'll stand in your bones, drinking your damnation.
Reel him in, me trump!
That's weird.
Keep them back! Keep them back!
How do you guys just hit him in the face with a cannonball?
Keep them back! Should have struck. Wait there.
I got lucky. Yes, I was going to try to kill him. Come on, we gotta go talk to Blackbeard. We're like one mission in. Why does all this metal keep showing up?
We're swaying back!
Bane's out, let's go!
Get those spars free! Let's see that dock!
As much sail as you can!
Is Blackbeard? I would guess that he's somewhere within these islands. This fog makes it hard to find him. Sugar. And sugar. Oh, we need to turn around.
Off the wind! 4! Haul up all but puffs! Gallants! Royals! Studs!
There, that's his flag.
Ade, see there?
It's her, Captain, the Queen Anne's Revenge. And she's in a bad way.
No time for a vote. Thatch is outnumbered.
The crew will understand. Beat the quarters, lads! We're sailing into hell! Pull!
Thatch is overwhelmed. Going ashore.
I'll keep the jack on foot.
Hello, Concord.
Stirred up a nest of trouble, Thatch.
In service of a noble cause!
Medicines, I hope you mean.
Aye! Nearby! If we crash these lobsters quick, we might catch up to her. Know your book learning! Prepare you for a scuffle of this sort, Mr. Bonnet!
Not in the least.
For certain, there's more to be learned by doing than reading. Remember that!
Some aid here! Edwards, please!
Hang in there, Bonnet. Your arms up and your back to the sea.
Thank you, friend! Well, bloody news me!
You don't do nothing subtle, do you, Thatch?
Legends ain't born from mildness.
Gentlemen! Our galleon has reappeared!
Heads up!
Back to my ship, quick as you please. She'll not slip away now.
Oh, this is too much!
I'll see you back to your jackdaw when the smoke is clear. But for now, I need a helmsman.
Call it out.
Loose the mains! And head straight for that bloody ship. We'll have our medicines in little time at all.
I get to pilot the Queen Anne's Revenge. How cool is that? Doesn't have mortars though, so my ship's a little bit better. Ship we're going up against does though.
Bear down on our Kenway! Weakest right there, Kevin!
My crew reloads faster too. But I have
Take a
less
shot!
guns.
Right there, sir!
Less guns.
Weakest right there, Kevin!
peasant!
I'm seeing the devil you promised, Thatch.
I'd have shown them my angel if they'd taken quarter. But there's no going back now. So ram that bastard. She's cracked, lads! Send them to hell! Find the captain and send this.
Apparently Blackbeard doesn't fight. I don't know why you want to. Oh, I know why you want
to. He's trying to give us the slip! Faster, lads! We're losing ground! And end this, can we? Hurry up, lads! He's trying to play it! Damnation seize my soul if I give you quarter!
Well, that wasn't supposed to go that way. Not at all. I was gonna air assassinate this captain, but looks like I have to do it the old. Yeah. Thought I was gonna have to run through him.
I'm not a man accustomed to murder, Captain. If you'd taken quarter, you'd not be sleeping now.
Sack a muzzle, gobshite. You'll be hanged and sun-dried just as them there were in Boston.
The King's called for a pardon.
Captain, we've searched the hold. It's a middling take, but the medicine we found bears a Charlestown stamp.
Thank you, Mr. Hans.
We cannot resupply Nassau out here by force and accident alone. We should go to Charlestown for the lot.
Hello? Are we victorious? I fear I am not built for the fatigue and care required to live as a man of fortune.
Meet me in Charlestown. 1 month from today.
Let out some sail!
Aloft, lads! Check those royals!
I thought about upgrading the ship before we went to Charlestown, but that we do afterwards, because this is the last sequence. No. This is the last mission of Sequence 6.
Some sail upon her. Haul away your halyards. Haul away your halyards. It's our sailing time. Get her on her course now. Haul away. Haul away your foresheets. It's our sailing time. Waves are surging under.
What? There must be a guy on the deck of that ship. Like, yeah, no, it wasn't, because it was a. Whoa. It wasn't a guy on the deck of that ship because it was a pirate I was looking at. Oh, that was hilarious.
She's foundering! Down to the drink!
Oh, I have no idea what to say about that, but I think that was the first glitch we've encountered in this game.
To me, Johnny Poker, come rock and roll me over. To me, Johnny Poker, do.
Well, the second one.
To me, Johnny Poker, the skip out is a rover. To me, Johnny Poker, do. Oh, to me, Johnny Poker, the meat is never sober.
That makes me almost want to cry.
Oh, to me, Johnny Poker, the bosun is a tailor. To me, Johnny Poker, do.
So I can make it reappear, so I guess that's what happens when you aim the spyglass at your deck. The boat disappears, but the guy does not.
We're pulling all together.
Larboard, Captain. Some sort of cargo there, sir.
How
much metal has that ship got? 55? It's only a brig.
Ease off the wind! And soon we'll be in London town.
Studs up with a will!
Loose and trim too! Johnny Poker, come rock and roll me.
Crowd on all the sail we have!
Fire!
Careful, Captain! His waters are closely watched by our enemies.
The ship was being attacked by something. Thank you! Oh, there. It's being attacked by all these little Spanish gunboats. Is that him the Mosquito? It is! Boom! That's hilarious.
Fire! Fire! Fire ahead!
Find the heavy fire!
I know this coming! Pull! Reel the levers in!
That almost makes me want to cry how hilarious that was. Alright, onward to Charlestown.
All sail! She'll take it! Coming fire!
Caution, Edward!
Will you such
Careful,
to take
Captain.
that ship down?
Fire's getting
Back
hot.
off! They don't do the fire bells.
He's firing!
It's a naval fort.
Well, heave 'em up and away
They cannot stand
we'll
against
go.
us, sir!
All down over the mountain. Well, heave him up from down below. Wavy Susiana. For that is where the cocks do crow. We're all bound over the mountain. And if we drown while we are young, Wavy Susiana, it's better to drown than to wait to be hung. We're all bound over the mountain. Oh, growl ye may, but go ye must. Baby Susiana, if you growl too hard, your head they'll bust. We're all bound over the mountain, up socks, you cocks, and her 2 blocks. Baby Susiana, and go below to your old
Fort, I think. Oh, no. No, we don't want to go to Nassau. Clearly don't know what I'm doing. Let's fast travel to the closest. Oh. Well, that answered that question.
Ground it all on!
Is that Cat Island?
Down, man,
That's the sloop that they, or not the sloop, the Fussock, fat and slow man of war, I think, that we stole from Julian Ducat.
Where am I to go, me where am I to go? I roll and go. Oh, where am I to go, me Johnny? Oh, where am I to go? I'm a young sailor boy, and where am I to go? Oh, way up on that gallant yard, where you bound to go? I roll and go. Oh, way up on that gallant yard, that's where you're bound to go. For I'm a young sailor boy, and where am I to go? Toast the royal!
Siege of Charlottetown.
Hey-o, Bonnet! Flying your own flag at last.
Yes. Yes, Blackbeard cut me loose, sadly. Time to have a go at this myself.
Well, that's grand.
Yes, it's for the best, I think. I should have some wild stories when next we meet. Edward! Your constant friendship has been my most treasured find on these seas. Well above gold and silver and rum, I prize the courage you have inspired in me this year. Thank you, sir. A fair good morrow to you.
You get a very brief look at it. You might no, you don't have one there. But they use. I am amazed that they are using the same. That they're using the right flags for the pirates. They're well known, and they're using the right flags for the pirates.
Are you not loved, dog? Are you not wanted by your wives, families, and countrymen? How else to explain your government's complete disinterest in your well-being? Hostages for medicines! These were my only terms. Yeah. 6 days of pure fucking silence. So I must conclude that you men are the pariahs of Charlestown, and I would profit better by using your organs for chum and your bones for char. By Christ! This is my predicament. To kill you, or to press you into my service. It's a decision I'll make hardly, but not with remorse. Ahoy, Edward.
What the hell are you doing, man? All of Charleston can see this mess.
It's the idea. Out of range, but well in sight.
So where's the medicine?
We sent a party ashore to partner with the governor. That were a week ago. No noise since.
I'll handle it. Give me a day.
There's movement up ahead. Is it soldiers?
Aye, and in something of a hurry. I propose we follow, else they spring something we ain't ready for.
Loose the stunts.
What you thinking?
Blackbeard's been at this 8 days already. So it's a good bet someone out there has prepared the medicines, just in case.
Ah, but they're stalling. Thinking up ways to avoid paying it out.
Aye, so let's find where they've gathered and hope for the best.
Ease the trail. Rooftops. Jack Dawson. Where's the sea in some shallow waters? Be over
Dang it. Too far, too fast. I'm faster than that gunboat is. Especially at full sail.
There's movement up ahead. Is it soldiers?
Aye, and in something of a hurry. I propose we follow, else they spring something we ain't ready for.
See if we can do this in just half sail.
What you thinking?
Blackbeard's been at this 8 days already. So it's a good bet someone out there has prepared the medicines, just in case.
Ah, but they're stalling. Thinking up ways to avoid paying it out.
Aye, so let's find where they've gathered and hope for the best.
Clue up. Careful, Captain. We're drifting close to a watchtower.
Jack Dawson. Where's the sea in some shallow waters?
More sail, all we've got.
There's another watchtower.
What's the captain thinking? This box ship's nowhere to turn.
Keep her at half sail, Captain. This beetle do us no favors here. Careful with the banks. We cannot pass them undetected, Captain. And there is no other way.
There's always another way.
All stop!
Oh, shit. My bad. I wasn't fully off the wheel when I started running. Oops. Oops. Need you guys to have like smoke bombs or super. This
Some of that here too. Son will hit your pounder with a ball.
Right. Alarm! Shit! Alarm! Alarm! Get it!
Put on some sail. Trim true, catch the wind.
I see them. Over there. Let us hope the river remains this wide.
This ship's built for the open ocean, not stuck in bayous.
Loosen the stunsails.
If we run aground here, we may never get out. Be sure they don't spy us trailing them.
More sail, all we've got.
Steady as she goes, Captain.
Ease
the trade with tops. Furl all sails.
They're getting away, Captain.
Then I'll have to go on without her. I'll be back with the medicines.
Aye, sir.
I don't want it. Aye. Waging your next turn on a forehand of cards, as I recall. Glass. So I did. Come on then. Captain waiting. If he or the reptiles don't finish us, it will be these damnable insects. Aye.
I feel like the controller vibrating, but I'm not quite sure why.
I think it's true what they say about Blackbeard. The fire strikes out from his head, as if from some volcano.
If he's not the devil himself, then surely he's made some pact with hell. Only be thankful his ship remains anchored and hasn't torn a path into the art of Charlestown.
Bloody pirates. Someone ought to do something.
They'll be hunted down eventually. Every last one of them.
Who's that there?
Two old gators come for their supper.
The old mucker. Warm tonight, isn't it?
We'll talk about our weather another time, mate. Bit of a hurry.
Hold you! Intruder! I need some help here! Stop the bastard! Help!
Dang it. They rang the bell. They weren't supposed to ring the bell.
Don't finish us, it will be these damnable insects.
Aye. The mosquitoes will suck every last ounce of vitality from us. You think it's true what they say about Blackbeard? That fire strikes out from his head, as if from some volcano.
If he's not the devil himself, then surely he's made some pact with hell. Only be thankful his ship remains anchored and hasn't torn a path into the art of Charlestown.
Bloody pirates. Someone ought to do something.
They'll be hunted down eventually. Every last one of them.
Who's that there?
Two old gators come for their supper.
The old mucker. Warm tonight, isn't it?
We'll talk about our weather another time, mate. Bit of a hurry. Alarm! Help me, damn it!
Yeah, but I just disabled your alarm, good sir.
This blockade best end soon. We're going land trade. This dirty puddle those two.
One would suppose all this is for gold. All from a piece.
Nothing but medicine. Cure whatever ailment.
Syphilis and scurvy, no doubt. What doctors chocolate.
Over here, men!
The guy even caught himself on fire, and I got caught. Come on. And I start all the way at the beginning again? Yeah, that's not frustrating.
Reptiles don't finish us, it will be these damnable insects.
Aye. The mosquitoes will suck every last ounce of vitality. I think it's true what they say about Blackbeard. The fire strikes out from his head, as if from some volcano.
If he's not the devil himself, then surely he's made some pact with hell. Only be thankful his ship remains anchored and hasn't torn a path into the art of Charlestown.
Bloody pirates. Someone ought to do something.
They'll be hunted down eventually.
Every last one of them.
Who's that there?
Two old gators, supper.
No mucker. Warm tonight, isn't it?
We talk about our weather another time, mate. Bit of a hurry. This block ain't best end too. Going land crazy. This dirty puddle won't do.
One would suppose all this was for gold. Or rum at least.
Nothing but medicines to cure whatever ailments fester aboard their vessels.
Syphilis and scurvy, no doubt. What noxious doctors these parts.
Down. Get away! Coward! Get back here!
Don't know.
Oi! You're going nowhere!
Almost there.
Good. Captain Wyatt is not a patient man.
I'll catch you and company to next week. He's doing a legger. He's making a run for it.
Hello! Is that Ryder yonder?
The very same.
Then speed along. You're expected. And you know how?
Oh, Christ! He took him! He took him! I told you!
Oh, that's right. There's an alligator right there that is programmed to
Didn't I tell you?
attack.
Oh, God. Let's just get out of here. Oh! I apologize. There was an accident.
Hopefully, though, I can start at a new spot. Thank you.
I apologize. There was an accident. Private Simon! This crocodile.
I don't care about your accidents. What's the word from the harbor, soldier? Speak.
No change, sir. They're holding fast, but are yet to kill or maim any of the captives, near as we can tell. Perhaps it's time to
surrender?
Cover down. Let's get back to the water.
To surrender? I've been entrusted with the affairs of the town, and I do not intend to bow to the demands of a pirate, no matter how fierce his reputation.
Yes, sir.
As long as the supply key is with me. Pirates! The ship's here! Pirates! Fall back to the mansion! You're dead! Take him! Do something, you fools!
You don't think they're gonna do something? Come on, mate.
Help! What's going on? Don't let you look like him! Kill him! Keep him outside!
Oh, no.
Intruder! Help! Clear shot!
Yeah, you gotta be careful there, or you end up in
Somebody shoot
alligator food.
What the hell?
Hey! Stop him! Oh, God. Oh, God, save me. And flay all you devils. Ah!
Blackbeard made you as good an offer as ever a man got from any pirate. You might curse his methods, but medicine was all he wanted. And now he'll get it. You should have bartered, mate.
He has returned, Captain!
What's the take? 2 crates. And the means for mixing additional doses.
That's right thinking. Precious little of that these days. You hear that, Mr. Rags? My young friend returns with offerings and so saves your scrawny neck. Will you not thank him?
You should quit these waters, Thatch. The governor, he's bound to muster more soldiers.
You go on ahead. I got some business in the north.
You're done, aren't you? Giving up on us? On Nassau?
Look, lad. I'm late into my 4th decade on this earth. And if I don't find some means to make the 5th quiet and cozy voyage, I'd rather sink to the devil's doorstep than call myself captain another year. We'll meet again, lad. In this world. Or the one below.
I don't remember if we get pulled out of the Animus or not. Here. I know there's 2 more times that we get pulled out before the end. Just don't remember if this is one of them. Does not appear to be.
Do you have a minute?
Oh, it is.
I'm on my way upstairs. IDVA wanted to talk with us about putting together a trailer using some of the footage you've been recording this past month. Take your time. I'll meet you by the elevator.
Over here. Are you ready? He's waiting for us. I just watched some of your footage from this week. It's amazing. Blackbeard was mental. And we all got so excited that we started talking about this idea for a trailer about him. Maybe start with him drinking, talking to some pirates, telling a story.
Tell a story. It's essentially the opening video.
Then we cut to him leaping across the deck of his boat and... Sorry, his ship, not boat. But jumping around the deck of his ship, swinging from ropes, and fighting like a devil. I mean, obviously we're gonna have to manipulate some of the existing footage to get it looking good, but it could be great. I'm getting a shiver in my timbers just thinking about it. Sorry.
Wow, did she really say that?
Bonjour, ça va? I hope we're not late.
No, you can go right...
Hi, Melanie. I saw you just walked in. I need a few minutes with you alone. Laetitia is on the phone and we're discussing the Kenway project.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry about this. I'll call you when we're ready.
Shouldn't be long.
Hello? Hello? Do you have a second? Of course you do. Head to the waypoint on your map. I have another job for you. I'd like to link all the cameras in the building to a central monitoring system, but most aren't calibrated correctly. Another locked door. Not a problem. Voila! You now have level 2 security clearance. I'll update your communicator.
More Desmond Miles stuff.
Ah, this is an interesting security measure. It looks like you need to find the right combination of numbers to adjust the wave. Easy enough, right? Pick a number selector, then change its value. Once you find the right combination of numbers, you should get access.
That one's easy. It's all about multiplying the 3 numbers to hit the the number that they want.
It works.
And if we want information on assassins or Templars or the observatory or whatever the fuck else interests us, Olivier, you will deliver it. Full stop.
Uh-huh.
I understand that, Laetitia. I'm sorry if that came out wrong. We are not trying to be a bottleneck here, but we just don't have the resources right now to do 2 times the research.
Finding that balance is your priority. Your entertainment products are simply a means to pay the bills for larger and more important work. That's the way the world works. Dirty money buys clean hospitals. You get it?
We're on board, Letitia, rest assured. We have our best employee working on this, but it will take time.
That means you.
Good. And thank you. The both of you. I look forward to seeing what you deliver. Until then, I'll see you at the shareholders meeting, Olivier.
Looking forward to it. Bye-bye. Tabarnak! It's a little too early for that kind of abuse, huh? Come on.
So, what's next?
We do as the lady says. Focus on the observatory.
Assassins, Templars, crazy talk. I'm curious about this shareholders meeting, though. How about you break into Olivier's office and see if you can find his schedule? Oh, what? You don't like that idea? Well, how about I blow the fucking whistle on you, hacker? I own you. What I mean is, I don't want to ruin your life. So, do as I say. Now, step over to the window. You can't waltz into Olivier's office through the front door, so I've opened another route. Up we go. Did you know that Abstergo was run by Templars? Oh, yes. Sounds like crackpot stuff, I know. But then again, the moon landing was faked, right? So, anything's possible.
Fortunately, the moon landing wasn't fake. They went up there for an apple of Eden. You should know that, John. You know about assassins and Templars.
All right. Either you walk through that door, or throw yourself off the terrace. Those are your options. Oh, well done, kiddo. Find his computer. Make it snappy. We're looking for the shareholders meeting schedule. It's worth a lot of money to us. Be careful now. As the data moves, there are security programs constantly monitoring the data flow. You need to sneak past them, or they will destroy your data and send it back home.
The areas get a lot smaller and faster when you get further along. If you choose to do those side computer missions. Melanie LeMay, Camira Kama, Laurent, Chloe Lindsay, Christopher Derby, and Evan Dean from Olivier Garnou. Salute. As most of you know, I'll be attending the Chicago shareholders meeting from the 15th to the 17th, and they'll want to see our progress with the Kenway line. Small amount of data we've already gathered is incredible, and we'll anticipate even more amazing finds in the near future. Oops, too far. The events and people have seen so far make us confident that the complete experience will be one of the most eye-opening explorations of piracy ever seen. It'll be quite a bit of work to scrub the data of objectionable and classified material, but we already have some incredibly promising footage. At the same time, Abstergo Entertainment will soon be announcing a closed beta for our new consumer cloud interface app. Sexy name forthcoming. Edward Kenway's virtual pirate experience will be the first completed product on offer and the list of its kind anywhere. An immersive interactive pirate experience drawn from actual historical data. Internal tests of our consumer cloud app have been encouraging, and we anticipate it will be ready in time for the next holiday season if everything goes according to plan. So this leads us to a broader question. What other experiences would we like to offer? What other historical periods and locations can we explore, judging by our current rate of data retrieval, our capacity to produce, and our understanding of consumption trends? Executives at Abstergo Industries have given me the goal of producing one complete virtual experience per annum in addition to smaller offerings. As our research allows, this includes books, recordings, films, and other transmedia offerings. So that in itself is the in-lore explanation for the Helix system that we use for Syndicate and Unity. The books we get, the comics, the movie, and it just clicked in my mind. I never put it all together with that. That's actually pretty cool. Second related question goes as this. Does Sample 17 contain enough compelling data to sustain our current commitment to it, or should we make a request to Abstergo Industries for additional archive data? Remember that data from Sample 1 proved fruitful enough to create our Liberation product. It's very likely that research into Samples 2 through 16 would bear surprising fruits as well. So, we will look at that in a hot second. That means the 16 animus subjects they had before Desmond, they took genetic samples of. And if I remember right, subject 1 was back in the 80s. So that creates where Liberation is and how they got the data to create Liberation. Heads up where we stand now. I've seen the Sample 17 project director for over a year now. Team and I have been able to cobble through a list of this most interesting time periods available through us in this single genetic sample. Remember, this data has already been fully or partially sequenced by Abstergo Industries. Try to be brief. So this is Desmond's, where his ancestors were. Paternal line. So these are the people on William Miles' side. Italian Renaissance and the Ottoman Empire in the 15th and 16th century. That's Ezio. 18th century, American colonies, War of Independence. That is Ratacaheton. That is Connor Kenway. 19th century, New England and American Midwest. Connor and his children. Maternal line. 12th century, Holy Land and Crusades. That's Altair. 13th century, Egypt and North Africa. That's probably Altair's son, or 2 or 3 generations removed. What was his name? Seth, I think. 14th century, Ashikaga shogunate in Japan. There's the feudal Japanese setting that people have claimed they wanted for a long time. 18th century, French Revolution. Possibly Arno. Arno is a possibility of being Desmond's mother's ancestor or someone else that we see in Unity. Definitely was a little hint saying, hey, we're here. 19th century Napoleonic Wars in Taiwan, kind of the same thing. 20th century, Summer of Love, American Pacific Coast. This would be Summer of Love. That would be the 60s. So you're looking at Desmond's mom's, possibly grandparents or parents. Obviously, it's just a small sample of the potential options. The number of ancestors any one person has is well above 30,000 after just 15 generations. There's so many, there could be so many more surprises waiting for us within Sample 17. However, despite Sample 17's rich heritage, we should not limit ourselves to this alone. If we have concrete leads anywhere else, for instance, quite a few men from all sides of my family fought both world wars, and I even have a great-great-grandfather who fought in the American Civil War. Managed to meet President Lincoln a few times too. Going this route is a little more costly and time-consuming since the data has not already been sequenced, but it could be rewarding in the long run. In short, if anyone has confirmed connections to interesting historical events, periods, or cities, or knows people who do, please share. It would also be reviewing the past 3 decades of samples I collected and sequenced by Abstergo Industries. I recently learned that one of their samples, number 2, I believe, participated in the trial of Jeanne d'Arc. There's a nice lead right there. That leads into the Assassin's Creed Heresy novels. And then there's a couple pictures of what looks like the Black Cross, and then some other that one is the French Revolution. That does not look like a lady has a nipple, but she's supposed to in the painting, I believe. A word of caution, though, sample 2 comes from the late Dr. Vidic himself, collected at some point in the early 80s when he was a young engineer working at Abstergo. So, as tempting as Jeanne d'Arc experience sounds, I'm not sure Abstergo would be too keen in letting us rummage around Dr. Vidic's DNA as a sensitive topic. So, that gives you a little bit more. For my own part, I'm related to Francois Xavier Garneau, noted Quebecois historian and poet. Exciting, right? Possible lead. And an additional caveat. Let's avoid digging into any modern periods, example the 20th century, unless we find something incredibly compelling. Because as fun as World War II setting might sound, we do well avoid any settings with vehicles, cars, motorcycles, helicopters, tanks, etc. Why? Because our research has shown that memory imprinting in individuals is actually hampered by the semi-catatonic state most people enter when driving for medium and long periods of time. This makes data retrieval somewhat more difficult. In short, we don't want to go through the effort of creating extra animus features just for the sake of digging up memories of people driving around in cars. There are other and more efficient ways to experience that. There's another in lore segment where they would say that they weren't going to do anything in the 20th century because of gameplay issues. Quebec City is beautiful, but without pirates, ninjas, or zombies, I'm not sure how well a story about Historian would sell. Also, keep in mind, samples 4 and 16 might be off limits too. While doing my own research last month, I caught wind of exciting characters buried in these gene samples. But as soon as I started digging, I was told by people far, far above me to stop. Very odd, but not surprising, I suppose. Abstergo has a lot of active military contracts, and I assume these have something to do with that. I didn't push back. As far as my own, if anyone is interested, my great-grandfather was friends with Hemingway and Stein and Sadie and Picasso when he lived in Paris in the 1920s. No action-packed adventures there, but historically interesting. Just throwing it out there. And then the lunch meeting isn't important. As much as I love The Lost Generation, I think our few vitriol experience will need to be a little more action-oriented. So wars and major combat operations are always a good starting point, or any periods of intense conflict, really. As for pirates, ninjas, and zombies, we could easily accommodate the first 2, but zombies are a bit, ahistorical. Too bad, really. So we got zombies and Origins in the Curse of the Pharaohs DLC. Almost done. My great-grandmother, for instance, worked alongside Edmund de Valera and Michael Collins for many years during the Irish War for Independence, so it wouldn't be difficult to sequence that small segment of my own genetic memories for purposes. Olivier, actually there is a factual basis for zombies, or zombification anyway. Read Hurston's book on Haiti and the strange voodoo practice there. It may not be Hollywood-style zombie magic, but it's creepy nonetheless. On Liberation, Aveline came into contact with voodoo Houngans. If we dig further into that, I wonder what we'll find. Her mentor, Agate, was into some weird stuff. And then a little bit about lunch. Sorry not to be a dissenter, but couldn't we be using this technology to educate, not placate? I mean, theoretically, we have all the human history to explore, all of our achievements and brightest moments, so it's a little disheartening to hear we need to focus on wars and conflicts and violence. It's not that I am against violence per se, it's just that violence isn't terribly interesting in bulk. That's all. There's so much more nuance to life that I think we could explore that. So, what if we found the memories of someone who worked with Einstein in his patent office, or Charles Darwin on the Beagle, or Marie Curie in France? Moments where humans showed what their very best potential. Okay, come on. Until oily, humorless university professionals start paying us 8-figure fees to research the reidentification of normative gender signifiers in pre-colonial India, why don't we stick to shit the cells? I'm talking Jack the Ripper in Victoria, London, another DLC, in guillotines, Robespierre, Napoleon, and the French Revolution. So that right there, that little segment is saying, here's what we got coming down the pipe. I'm talking about Billy the Kid and Wyatt Earp in the American West. I'm talking about Genghis Khan and the Mongols killing a city of millions in the span of a long summer weekend. Action, blood, adventure, conflict. Because we're not going to earn back 1/10 of the money we have poured into this, reliving the memories of the guy who sat next to Einstein as he bit his nails while working out the finer details of general relativity in his head. For fuck's sake, man, this is business, not group therapy. Somebody didn't realize what was going on.
You sneaky bastard. A pirate through and through, ain't you? Now, get down to the lobby. There's a courier waiting. Yeah, that's right. I've been planning this for a few hours. Now, wait. The receptionist. Hold on. I'll try something.
No, it's Stede Bonnet, Charlie. What do you mean? I thought I got you on this picture. Still where?
She's moving on, isn't she? Real quick.
As gullible as ever. Now, hurry down to the lobby. Before
The
I
computer
remotely
there,
detonate
that
your
shows
abuse.
what computers you can hack into.
Don't even think about ratting me out. My tracks are covered. Your thing.
Did you like the allongé? I practiced.
I think you pulled it a little too long.
Oh, come on. It's not encrypted code, for God's sakes. It's just a bloody coffee. Oh, hooray! It's our old friend.
Hey there, I just got a call about picking up another transfer.
Oh? You said you were here to see me.
Yes, that is one of the perks. Let's see it. A conference in Chicago, very nice. Thanks for this. We'll be in touch.
Ciao, Rebecca. Text me.
Stuff it, Hastings.
Yeah, if you didn't know who those two were or what they were,
Well done,
that would
friend. Very well done. Apologies for
be
my
strange.
tantrum there. You are with the good guys, I promise. We'll keep you safe. Trust me. Go on back to work. We'll be in touch.
Now, I'm not going to climb into the Animus until the beginning of the next sequence because I don't want to kick a Caroline memory video like I did the last time. So we're just going to go to our Animus and we're just going to stand here, check out all this stuff that we earned. Because last time we went in, we only had the Edward. Now we have Prinz, we got James Kidd, Stede Bonnet, that looks like Rackham, Calico Jack, and Governor Torres. Alright, so we're going to end here. This is going to be the end of sequence number 6. And I hope you've enjoyed being a pirate as much as I have, because that glitch with the guy on the ocean and the spike, hilarious. And I hope I've also given you a little bit more in lore kind of thing on on what's going on by reading that email for you. If you enjoyed my content, take a look at the links in the description below for my website and my social media, and like and subscribe. Until next time, I hope you have a great night.